All right, so good morning. So we'll start off on our chair. So we'll start sitting down. And again, this is our flexibility and mobility class. So we'll go ahead and start from our face all the way down to our arches, working through everything. And then from there, we'll work on our shoulders, we'll work on our back, and then we'll finish up. If you happen to have a foam roller, we'll spend about the last 5 minutes of the session with the foam roller for that. So all right, so let's go ahead and open up our jaw. Open as wide as you can, look up and shut your jaw. So bring your chin, really like pull it up towards your nose. You should feel a nice long stretch to go in through your throat. Yep, this is a stretch that you really won't feel unless you're doing the stretch we're doing right now. So just make sure you continue. And really exaggerate that pull, like almost like you're really trying to bring your chin up to your forehead. If that makes any sense, then you'll really feel that stretch. Still about two more. Very good. All right. My growing up, my sisters would make fun of me because I always had little lines that would appear on my neck. And if I wore a chain, the chain would disappear within those wrinkles. So and I have this like weird tiger looking tan here with little stripes because I guess I just have extra skin here. So I always do these stretches. So let's go ahead and then just palpate from our ears to the end down our chin. So pretty much just slightly touching our jawline. All right, now let's palpate from our earlobes down to the end of our lips. Yeah, so based on how I'm feeling now, I'm assuming, I don't have any congestion or anything like that. So I'm assuming it's probably something I ate the day before. Um, or like I mentioned, I ate a lot of fast food last week, which is something I typically don't do. So maybe my stomach was just trying to remind me not to do that anymore. All right, let's go from the end of our eyes down to the end of our lips. So just gently. Very good. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and then just get a pocket of air in our cheeks and then just move that around up and down our lips, side to side. So just like if you have Listerine in your mouth and you're mouth washing. And then just release that air. Very good. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead, inhale through our nose for about 5 seconds, and then exhale all that air out. If it takes us 8 or 10 seconds, then so be it, but just exhale all that air out through a little windpipe, okay? So feel that core get really tight. So about 3 more. Awesome. All right, very good. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and then just start with our next stretches. Not sure what's out there. Now we're gonna look left to right gently. Just looking left to right. So now up and down. All right, next circles. Again, these are all gentle. Just make sure you're breathing comfortably. Switch directions. All right, very good. That one actually felt really good. And my neck feels really tight, but it felt good. So let's sit on our left hand. Bring our right hand over. Just stretch. Allow that elbow to drop. Had some random rain this morning for the middle of the night. Let's switch. Morning, we had Reese just came in. Ella, Becca, Swan, Lisa, Debbie, Carmen. Good morning. And Miss Sorry, Sarah's becoming a regular now. I like it. Okay, very good. Oh, all right. Now we're gonna go ahead and push up towards the ceiling. Our hands. And during COVID, there was like 10 ladies that were consistent all the time, and I think some people just went back to work or got busy. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are able to fit this in your schedule. Who was it? Was it? I forget her name now, and I'm so forgetful with name. I feel terrible, but we had a there's a lady, maybe Debbie, you might remember, but There's a lady who was with us all the time, and then her son had a baby. That was her first grandchild, and we haven't seen her ever since. So she disappeared with grandma duties after that. So yeah, she's a blonde lady. But she's, let's lean right. Josefina was another one who was with us, and I think she worked at a school, so she went back to work. Switch. Good. I'm stretching, and it feels so good, almost like if I had really tough workouts the last week, but I think it's just from being in bed so long yesterday that I feel so sore. Okay, very good. Oh, all right, so let's go ahead and actually do that one. So we're gonna go ahead and then just bring your head forward and back. Very good. So yeah, just kind of turtle heading that, and then now let's go ahead and bring our almost like our elbows forward, and then back. It's almost like the same motion, but we're working more on like our shoulders, bringing them back, forward, concavenating them forward, back. Almost try to meet your elbows behind your back. That should also stretch your. Good. Awesome. So we're gonna kind of just cross our hands here, bring them in front of us, look down and punch forward, back, extend it. So look down, punch forward. You're good. Down, forward. So let's do three more. Hmm. Feels good. All right, we're gonna do some shoulder circles. So just kind of rotating the shoulders up and forward, down and back. Okay, now we're gonna go counter. So you're gonna spin reverse. So up, back, and down, forward. Hmm. Awesome. Okay, very good. And let's just go ahead and bring the right arm across. Switch. Very good. All right, we're gonna go elbows up and forearms up, and then just open, close. A little pop on my left elbow. Let's keep that going. Very good. We'll rest the shoulders a little bit. So palms facing the screen, and then just this is the tricep press down. So if you're at the gym, this would be an exercise for your triceps. And when you're just doing the motion, it's a good flexibility and mobility for your tricep and elbow. All right, now we're gonna palms facing the screen, and then we're just gonna do opposite chest tap. We're just working on all the angles that the joints made to be moved. Let's go door opener. So elbow at your side, and then just go in. Make sure that elbow stays exactly to your side. You don't want it out here doing this motion. Just tucked in. It's really important that you try to push it out that way. It's far away from you. Adducting. Switch. All right, let's go ahead and then just bring our hand behind our back, elbow next to our head, and then just kind of just push down on that elbow. You have a little stretch in your tricep. Switch. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and hands up here. And then we're just gonna open wide. So our back and chest get a nice little stretch right now. Don't forget tomorrow's class. Make sure you guys come ready for it. I want to go to sleep a little early tonight. All right, very good. All right, this next one's another one. Really trying to hit right now, the shoulder joint with some mobility. So keep that L shape. So we got an L shape here. Then we're just gonna drop the fist down and back. Yeah, and I usually like just putting my hand here just gives me a good reference of my shoulder dropping. If I don't pay attention to it, sometimes I end up down here. So usually just like keep my hand there, but that's just me. And again, try to bring that as low as you can too. Awesome. All right, left side. Awesome. All right. Very good. We're gonna go ahead and just make our way down. So we're just gonna do our forearm. So just let that wrist hang over your knee. And then we're just gonna push down. Let's get a nice stretch on that forearm. Relax. And just repeat another 5 times. Okay, let's switch hands. All right, awesome. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna work on our fingers and all the little bones in our hands. Okay, so we're just gonna bring each finger individually to the center of our hand while keeping that finger straight. So try not to bend at the knuckles. You probably notice the fingers next to the active finger will try to move along as well, but that's because all the tendons are connected. So we get a little bit of motion. All right, now let's bring each finger, but yeah, do it with every knuckle bending on each finger. Might find that a little bit more challenging. Start bringing each finger, rolling it in, and you'll notice the other finger is also trying to roll in as well. All right, and then let's make a fist and relax. Fist. And then let's just go kind of just moving that wrist side to side, up and down. You're just getting some mobility there. Awesome. All right, so let's go with the next hand. So again, each finger straight to the center of the hand. Right. Morning, Marine.
Good morning.
Morning. Don't worry, you're not in trouble. You could come late. Oh, everyone's showing up now. Good morning, Milena. Next person that shows up late has 10 burpees. Just kidding. So again, just continue bringing those fingers inside. All right, let's roll in now. So each finger just roll in individually. So again, when I say roll in, I mean try to bend at every knuckle. Just roll them in towards the center of your palm. Right, and then just kind of move that wrist side to side, up and down. All right, awesome, great. Okay, so now we're making our way down. So we got this one. It's one of my favorite ones. Not sure how I forgot it, but this is the cat scratching pose. So again, kind of try to line up your spine and straight, reach from the top all the way down, and then kind of reset. Let's do about 8 of these. Reach to the top as high as you could go, and back in. And just continue. Let's do 2 more. Right. All right, we're about halfway through the class right now. Let's drink a little bit of water. A little water break. Take about a minute or two. Okay. All right, so we're back. All right, so let's go ahead and bring our into our hip openers. So hip openers, remember for this one, since you might need a little bit more leg room, just kind of scoot yourself to the front of your chair. Knees are here. We're gonna bring our right leg out and go as far out as you can, comfortably here, naturally. Torso's facing forward, and then once you feel that leg kind of like concaving in, kind of use your hand to just keep it out. You might even get a little bit, few more inches out of it. So you should feel that stretch, that inside part of the leg. All right, now we're gonna switch. So the leg comes out, so facing forward, and just kind of push. See a few extra inches there. Awesome. All right, we're gonna go with the piriformis stretch. So again, sitting at the edge of the chair, let's bring that heel up to the knee. And you should feel that stretch in your underside, and hamstring. Bring that knee up. Right. Switch. Just gonna push down slightly on that knee. Switch. Let's push down on that knee. Let's bring that knee up. Let's hug it out. Awesome. All right. And recline back on our chair and do some leg extensions. So just kind of bring your knee as high as you can towards your chest. And then just start pumping. Again, this is working on our hamstring. And we'll switch. A little bunch of I have my knee close to my ears that I can hear a bunch of little noises. Not sure if to be worried or not. It doesn't hurt, but I hear noises. So now we're gonna do leg presses. So just kind of pushing down. You could keep it up here, or you could just keep it. Main idea is just kind of extending. And we'll switch. Awesome. Very good. Now we're gonna do heel raises. So again, it's pretty much like a calf raise here. Heel raises, just kind of lifting your heels up and down. All right, now toe raises. So heels are planted on the floor and then your toes come up now. So that's working on that front part. So again, this class, I think it's super essential, if you are active in all the classes, or even if you're not, just a little tune up for your body, little reset. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and then just kind of curl our toes up. Okay, so almost if you have a string from your heel to your toes and you're pulling on that string to bring your toes towards your heels, if that makes sense. Just kind of curling up. Just curl those toes towards your heels. Okay, so this is really good for your arches. Very good. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and do our ABCs. So one ankle at a time, just keep it floating, and then just trace the letters of the alphabet. Once you've done that, we'll switch. Okay, awesome. All right, so this is now where I'm gonna ask you folks to grab a tennis ball, golf ball, have my lacrosse ball like that. So we're gonna roll out our arches now. Okay. Over here. If you have a little ball, just go ahead and place it. And then we're just gonna roll our arches on it. Okay, so just roll back and forth. All right, let's find the spot that's a little tender. And let's just push down on that. And let's shift it again. Let's go ahead and push down there as well. And let's switch legs. Right, find a tender spot. And continue. Continue rolling. Right, let's find another spot. Awesome. Okay. Right, we're gonna move on to our shoulders. So let's go ahead. Let's get on our feet. I believe we're done with the chair. Right, so for our shoulders, just gonna grab a rod. I have my long foam roller. Carmen's got the same foam roller as I do. So again, if you guys need a foam roller, you don't want to spend too much and you want to get the most bang for your buck, this one you can find on Amazon for $18. You could find some other ones at other locations, but they might be smaller. And there's going to be a movement or a stretch we do today with this one that I really like doing. So, all right, so let's go ahead and just go left to right. Debbie, for a second, I wasn't sure if that was your foam roller that you're holding. I'm like, that's the skinniest foam roller I've ever seen, but I forgot we were doing the shoulder stretches right now. So, all right, let's focus on that left shoulder. So just emphasizing lifting that left shoulder a little higher. Let's go 30 degrees forward, slightly forward. Sixty degrees forward. $90. So straight in front of you. And then switch. Up. And go on that right shoulder now. All right, let's go 30 degrees forward. $60. Very straightforward. Okay, now we're gonna go behind the back. Let's just go left to right. And now let's go up and down. All right, awesome. Okay, put that off to the side. We'll do a few floor stretches on our yoga mat right now. So if you want to set up your yoga mat, and we'll get back to the foam rolling right before the end of the class. Because I know not everyone has them, so just want to make sure we get all the first exercises out of the way. Alright, so we're here on the floor. I'm going to go ahead and do our floor exercises. So we're going to start off with cat-cow. So looking down, wrists right below your shoulders, knees right below your hips, arch up, exhale down, up, down, up, down, up. Inhale, exhale. Right, now we're going to inhale up and then bring your glutes towards your heels, keeping your arms where they are, reaching forward. You can drop your elbows if you like. Let's just hang out here for about 30 seconds. And reset. Now let's shift over to our right side. So just move your hands off the mat to the right side. Your knees don't move. Once you're there, arch up and bring your glutes to your heels. Reset. And go left side now. Right here, arch up. Drop your glutes to your heels. Reset. Right. Very good. All right, we're gonna go with our last stretch on the floor, which this is gonna be book openers. Can't go without this one. So again, you're just gonna stack your feet, your knees, your hands together. And I'm resting on my right side, and I'm just gonna follow without moving my legs or my feet, my left hand as far back as I can. And repeat, just bring that back. So you're essentially trying to bring your hand that's moving behind you. And if you have pretty good range of motion, you might be able to touch the floor behind you and open up completely. And if you can also, when you're coming back to your original spot, before you stack your hands, just try to glide your top hand over your right hand or your bottom hand so you could get a little bit more of a stretch. Do one more. We'll switch sides once you've done that. Just repeat. Ready. All right, folks. Well, that kind of ends our session with our more hands-on stretches. Now, if you have a foam roller, you could hang out quickly a little bit longer. So I'm gonna be doing some foam rolling now. If you don't have one, then I do encourage you to get one like this one. I think if you could just go to, I think this is a 36-inch foam roller. So if you have this one, or if you want to get something like this, 36-inch foam roller, it's a black one on Amazon. Should be one of the first one that pops out. I think about $18. So yeah, so I encourage you to get one of these. And if you just want to hang out and kind of watch what we'll be doing, we'll probably spend about maybe 5 to 8 minutes here. So more than welcome to. Otherwise, if you have things to go, don't feel obligated to stick around. But so what we're gonna do here with this long one, and if you have a shorter one, then just hang out for 2 or 3 more minutes and we'll get to that. So if you have this long one, what I want you to do is make sure that it's flat. Okay, we're gonna sit. I want your hips to sit like on the very end of the roller, and then just put your hands at your side, and then just kind of place yourself with the foam roller running down the center of your back. And we're gonna have our palms facing up, okay? So pretty much my hips are on it, my head is on it too. So unless you're really tall, then you might have trouble, but if your hips are not at the edge at the bottom and it's a little bit higher up, your head's going to be floating, and we don't want that. So you want your hips, your entire spine resting on that foam roller, and also your head. Okay. And then right here, just have your hands off to your side. And then hands up, yep, and then just, palms up, and then just hold it there. Okay, so we're just gonna hold this for about 2 minutes, and that's all we're doing with this one. So if you're at home, we don't have class, and early in the morning, you wanna get a nice little stretch. I've had patients in the past just hold this position, and they feel their chest decompressing and starting to pop. So if you're really tight, this one early in the morning could help, and maybe even before you go to sleep. It's gonna hang out here for and all you need is 2 minutes. You don't need to be here for 5 or 10 minutes. I'm sure if you go too long, your back will probably end up sore. So just do a couple minutes. So just the way your arms are dropping off to the side should stretch your chest. Having that support on your back, stretching it out as well. Should feel stretch right under your underarms, your biceps. All right, and to roll off this, all you're gonna do is just roll off to the side. You don't have to come up and sit up, you just have to roll. Just roll off to the side, and that's it. Okay. So nothing crazy there. All right. So, and then for those of you guys that have a different length foam roller, if you want to hop in now, what we're gonna do is just roll out our calves. Okay. We'll spend a little bit more time foam rolling on Saturday's class, because that class is a little bit more designated for this. So, so that gives you some time to order. So if you want to roll out your calves, you could just kind of lightly start here. Just kind of go back and forth. And depending on how tight your calves are, if at all, this might feel pretty uncomfortable, or you might feel some type of irritation, or it might just not feel too great. And if it feels very easy, like I don't know what he's talking about, he's crazy, then what I want you to do now is I want you to stack one leg on top of the other. Okay, and then lift your hips off the ground with your hands, and then start rolling. Okay, so that, if you don't feel that, then you're a superhuman, because you're gonna feel this more than likely. And like I mentioned before, you kind of want to rotate your toes up and down. So just turning your foot up and down so you could get every side of your calf. Okay, because if you just stay still and just roll here back and forth, you're just going to focus on one area. But if you start rolling your toes off to the side, you might feel a little bit more. I haven't done this in so long. My calves are so tight. Okay. All right, very good. And if you're supporting yourself, then your arms might get a little tired too. So, all right, now let's stack our left leg on top of our right leg. Okay, so here, then just kind of rolling. And remember, you might feel it already. You don't have to elevate your hips off the ground. What you're doing right now, you might feel it. And if you feel like you're not getting enough of your calf, then you could always just roll the roller a little bit higher, a little bit lower. And if you're gonna do this post-workout, if you're gonna do this, I say do it after a workout, not before a workout so much. Okay. If you notice, I've seen people bruise their legs if they do this too much, or if they don't adjust it, and they just spend the entire time on one certain spot. That's why we want to move the foam roller eventually.
I got a really bad tear in my calf by doing it too hard.
Yeah. But yeah, so like right now I think I strained my quad, so I wouldn't recommend doing it there. So like for myself, I would avoid doing it there because if you think about it, there's a small tear, and just think about, like a tear on like, I don't know, but like I always use a rubber band for an example. Imagine there's a small tear and you hear that foam rolling is great for recovery, but then you start taking like a quarter and rubbing it where that tear's at. It's just gonna, not that it's gonna make it bigger, but it's not gonna allow it to heal properly either. So just listen to your body, because I have a lot of athletes that have been like, oh, if it doesn't hurt, you're not doing it right. And that's not true. So don't pay attention to that so much. So yeah, so and then we could also do our hamstrings right now. So now just bring it a little bit higher above your knees, and then now you're actually kind of just floating. This actually feels a little bit fun. And again, if you don't feel enough pressure, then you could always stack your legs. You should feel a lot more pressure by doing that. And if that's not enough, then that's where you have to go get one of those harder, denser foam rollers. But again, that's, everyone's different. If I go get a massage, I usually like a softer massage, and then like I know some people like really rough massages. That's not my cup of tea, but if that's you, then yeah, maybe those foam rollers with the little designs that are pretty rigid might work for you. Like I said, I have 2 of those and still in their original packaging. They've been there for about 3 years now, so kind of just have them there for show or if someone needs them. But I could go without them. All right. And then we could do our glutes. So your glutes, you kind of just have this leg kind of flat on the floor, and then you're just almost on your side. Yeah, you got it, Carmen, right there. Like I said, sometimes the smaller ones might work for your back, or to roll your back out. But for my back, I usually, if I have something where I need to rub out or just feels a bit tender, I rather just use like a lacrosse ball, or the lacrosse ball is pretty much the same size as a tennis ball, but it's firmer. And I would just put that up on the wall, put it up on against the area of my back that's, a little bit tender, and then just rub my back up against the wall, almost like a bear scratching their back on a tree. That's how I do it for my back, or for my that area between your shoulder and your neck. All right, and let's just do that opposite glute. So again, you'll see for these, you don't need the entire foam roller, so you could go with the smaller one for this one. And remember to always try to rotate your foot as well. If you just keep that foot still, then you're just gonna focus on that area. So I try to, you see I'm rotating. That's gonna allow my leg to get all angles. So just a reminder, tomorrow we do go at 9, our last 9 a.m. class of the week. Friday and Saturday we go at 8:30. And tomorrow is our HIIT day. So tomorrow is our interval training. It's a little bit tougher. So definitely come prepared to sweat, get that heart rate up. If you're gonna have breakfast, I would have breakfast maybe an hour before the workout. I wouldn't have breakfast within an hour of this workout, because you'll probably feel that tumbling around your belly. And yeah, so just be ready for that. And then yeah, that should do it. Friday, we'll do more lower body strengthening, some balance, and then Saturday should be pretty similar to today. Okay, so yeah, any questions before we head out? All right. Well, if we don't have any questions, then I'll see you folks tomorrow for a good workout. Enjoy your Wednesday. And yeah, thanks everyone. Take care. All right.
Thank you. I enjoyed the role.
Okay, yeah, keep doing it. Like I said, before you go to bed, I would just kind of do that lane one for like 2 minutes. So,
Okay.
all right, Arisara, ladies.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.